Hey guys, what's up? I'm Baba here again with another video. और आज हम बात करेंगे about the game which happened last night, Chelsea versus Manchester United. Supposed to be a very big game और काफ़ी यहाँ पे expectations थी चेल्सी फैंस की और यूनाइटेड फैंस की कि एक बहुत ही अच्छा मैच देखने को मिलेगा, लेकिन ऐसा हुआ नहीं. और just like the last fixture which took place at Old Trafford, this match also ended in a 0-0 draw. So we'll talk about how the things panned out and what were the lineups which we went with from a Chelsea perspective, and what this result implies in the terms of league table and our race for the top 4 spots. So guys, if you're new, please click the subscribe button, and if you like the content, please like and comment and share it across your friends. So let's begin with the lineup. So since the arrival of Thomas Tuchel, we've seen him use those 3 centre backs. The system, a slight modification of the system that Antonio Conte used to use. और 3 सेंटर बैक्स, 2 विंग बैक्स और 2 मिडफील्डर्स और एक फॉरवर्ड के आगे 2 नंबर 10. सो वी ऑल थॉट दैट वी विल गो विद द सेम लाइनअप दैट वी फील्डेड अगेंस्ट एटलेटिको, लेकिन ऐसा हुआ नहीं. काफ़ी सरप्राइजिंग लाइनअप, 3 चेंजेस उस लाइनअप से. So we'll go through the lineup first. In goal, it was Edouard Mendy. There was no question about it. He's our number 1. Then on right wing back, Callum Hudson-Odoi. The 3 centre backs, Rudiger, Christensen, Azpilicueta. One surprise was to see Chilwell in that role. Chilwell, I think, has far more superior qualities than Alonso as compared in defensive terms. And he's a better defender than Alonso. But when it comes to left wing back position, I think we all prefer Alonso over Chilwell. But Chilwell started the game and he played quite well. Then in the middle of the park, Kante was started ahead of Jorginho. And we understand completely. He was there to nullify the threat and the free movement that Bruno has across the field. तो ब्रूनो को नलीफाई करने के लिए कांटे को स्टार्ट किया गया. और आगे मेसन माउंट, हु इज़ द सुपरस्टार ऑफ दिस सीजन राइट नाउ. उनके साथ जो सबसे सरप्राइजिंग चेंज था कल के लाइनअप में दोस्तों, हकीम जिएच का स्टार्ट करना. उस पर अभी हम बात करेंगे. और उनके आगे खेले थे जिरू. तो ये दोस्तों लाइनअप थी चेल्सी की कल. और सबसे पहले मैं गेम की बात करना चाहूँगा. तो ओवरऑल काफ़ी केजी गेम. यूनाइटेड मेरे हिसाब से थोड़ा सा स्लाइटली बेटर खेले हमसे, ज़्यादा कॉन्फिडेंट लग रहे थे वो बॉल पे, लेकिन चांसेस जो थे वो हमारे पास बेटर थे. 1-2 चांसेस मेरे को क्लियरली याद हैं. एक कैलम हडसन-ओडोई का जो क्रॉस डाला उन्होंने फर्स्ट हाफ में, एंड जिरू मिस्ड इट बाय विस्कर. That was half chance that we should have taken. And again in the second half when Ziyech got that cross from Chilwell and he should have converted it, but amazing reflex save by De Gea. But it was hit straight at him and he didn't have to do much, but again it was a good save. So apart from those 2 chances, I don't think there was anything which we can take away from this game. Defensively again we were quite solid. Looked a bit vulnerable on the counter attack, but the pace of Chilwell rescued us a couple of times. And Kovacic, what a baller, man. I mean, when he has the ball and when he dribbles through the middle of the park, he does not look like giving up the ball. So and overall quite a solid defensive performance, but again concerns about the attack. I mean we don't create many chances from the middle of the park. Even the 2 chances that we created were a result of the crosses that came through our wing backs. So that is something to ponder upon. And halftime subs, I think Werner should have been brought a bit earlier, because in the first half we saw that Ziyech and Callum Hudson-Odoi were not at all on the same wavelength. They were not on the same page. Many misplaced passes from Ziyech. Unlike Ziyech, I mean, he's a quality player, but I think he's looking disinterested. I don't know why. Maybe because he's down in confidence. He hasn't been playing. And but these are the games in which players come out and try to prove themselves and try to make a statement that why they should be in the team. So I think that's an opportunity squandered for Ziyech yesterday. And twice or thrice on 2 or 3 occasions, we had a very good chance of counter-attacking, and Ziyech was in the hold of the ball, but he was not able to, find the right pass. And I think that is something we should work upon. And that is quite surprising because in the first half, when we saw that Ziyech and Callum Hudson-Odoi were not, reciprocating to each other, Werner should have been brought on, in my opinion, in the on halftime itself. We saw Reece James. We thought that again there was some issue with Tuchel finding some issues in Callum's work ethic, but that was not the case. He got injured and he had a thigh strain. He had ice wrapped up around his thigh. So that was an injury concern. Let's hope that it is nothing serious. Giroud again. Giroud was linking up the play, but he lacks the pace which we need on the counter attack. But again, if we were looking to put in those crosses, then why take Giroud off? It was beyond me. And in the later half of the match, in the later stages of the match also, we were attacking only through the wings. So it was a bit odd to see Giroud, get off the park, and Pulisic and Werner, no physicality, only pace. Both of them really good players, but one is a winger and one is an inside forward. And when you're playing two strikers up front in the system that we changed in the second half, I think Giroud should not have been, taken off, especially when we were only अटैकिंग थ्रू क्रॉसेज. और जब आप क्रॉस डालते हो अंदर हो तो आपको एक बड़ा आदमी चाहिए, एक टारगेट मैन चाहिए, जो हमने फर्स्ट हाफ में भी देखा, काफ़ी थ्रेट किया जिरू ने. बट ठीक है, players are getting chances also, and this is one thing I like about Thomas Tuchel's man management, is that he gives chances to all the players that are in his team. We've seen that with Kepa also. He started the Newcastle game, and we got Pulisic get a sniff yesterday. Ziyech played around 70-75 minutes, which could have been good for his confidence, but I don't think he performed. Even he would have, would not be satisfied the way he performed yesterday. So yeah, I think overall it was quite a cagey game. United did not have clear chances as well, apart from one Fred shot, which nearly, hit the post, and that Bruno attempt, which was saved comfortably by Mendy. Apart from that, even United had some really good chances at the counter, but they were not able to find that final pass. I think they also missed Cavani up front because Rashford is playing better on the wing. But let's not get into United. So what does it mean for Chelsea? 1 point. It's a solid point in my opinion. It means that the gap between us and second place remain 6 points. We haven't let United run away, not yet. But the thing is, it was absolutely crucial, and it was, it could have been very decisive if we could have, snatched a win, because the difference would be of 3 points. और जब 3 पॉइंट का डिफरेंस रह जाता है तो काफ़ी प्रेशर आ जाता है जो टीम लीड कर रही होती है. तो अब जो रन है हमारा, यूनाइटेड प्ले क्रिस्टल पैलेस एंड वी गो टू एनफील्ड, सो इट्स गोइंग टू बी वेरी डिफिकल्ट. देन वी प्ले एवर्टन एंड लीड्स, एंड यूनाइटेड ऑल्सो आर प्लेइंग मैनचेस्टर सिटी आफ्टर दे प्ले पैलेस. So let's see what happens. Both the teams have difficult fixtures, and these 2-3 games will decide the position in which will we finish eventually. I don't see us going out of the top 4, but we have to produce against the big teams now. It's high time that we deliver in big games. Two big games we've already won. Narrow victories against Spurs and Atletico Madrid, and the performance were also quite good in those games. But in attacking sense of the word, we need to be more clinical. We need to take more shots on the target. We need to test the keeper more. And with this system, if Tuchel is not able to find a way to score goals, and we need to be free-flowing in the final third, then I think we need to look into the system also. I completely understand he took over Chelsea in a difficult situation. It's never easy when you have a new squad, and the squad itself has many new players who haven't played with each other, so it takes time to gel. And but it won't be an excuse. It can't be an excuse after 25 games into the season. So job is quite difficult for Tuchel, and he is playing safe, and he is ensuring that we are not conceding goals and we stay solid. But my concern is that if in any of these games, if we concede a goal and go behind, तो 2 गोल कैसे करेंगे हम? ये मेरा सबसे बड़ा एक कंसर्न है. और आई कांट सी अस स्कोरिंग 2-3 गोल्स लाइक द वे वी डिड इन प्रीवियस सीजन्स, जब भी हम इवन सारी के अंडर हम काफ़ी फ्री फ्लोइंग थे, ऑल्दो आवर डिफेंस वाज क्वाइट एक्सपोज्ड. बट मेरा यही कंसर्न है कि we need to find a way to score goals and be more clinical in the final third, and be absolutely ruthless in front of the goal, because the thing is we are only getting half chances and 1 or 2 good chances in every game, and we are not taking those chances, which could prove very devastating for us as we move into the business end of the season. So yeah guys, let's see what happens. So that's my review for the game. Quite a cagey game, an uneventful game, and yeah, let's hope that we are able to produce some good results for Everton and Liverpool. I think if we get 4 points out of those 2 games, then it would be a very solid performance. Let's hope for all 6. Let's be optimistic. But it is not going to be easy. Let's be realistic here. And the way we are playing, we are not going to score many goals. So right out of the bat, let's get any misconceptions out of our minds. So yeah, let's see what happens, and we'll stay tuned and keep supporting Chelsea no matter what. So guys, take care and keep the blue flag flying.